Hello guys, welcome back again. In this video we will discuss about enzyme structure and enzyme classification. You can see most of the objective questions comes from this topic, and if you are preparing for ECF exam, then this topic will be suitable for you. As you can know, enzyme is a polymer of protein. As you can know, many proteins when mix up, then they create enzyme. So only one exception is ribozyme enzyme, that is not created by protein, that is created by RNAs. Okay, so if you divided the enzyme, then it can be separated into two part. One is simple enzyme, it is only made up of proteins. If you come to the other part, that is hollow enzyme, and hollow enzyme can be made up of protein, and it can also made up of non-protein part. So simple enzyme, its example is rennin, pepsin, trypsin. That specific enzyme comes in simple enzyme because they are made up of only proteinous part. If you come to the hollow enzyme, then now its name is showing itself. It is saying that I am whole part. It is made up of two part. One is protein part and another one is non-protein part. Let's see what is it. Let's see. Protein part, that is apoenzyme. Okay, and it is only made up of protein, then it will be calling as apoenzyme. And it is non made up of protein, then we will call it cofactor. What we call it? Cofactor. Okay, so let's see. Again we will divide the cofactor into three parts. Let's see what are they. First one is you can see first one you can say coenzyme. Coenzyme is loosely attached with your protein part. You can say this is hollow, this is a hollow enzyme. Okay, if you take the half part, it is made up of protein, we can call it what? Apoenzyme. And this is non-proteinous part, when we are calling it cofactor. And it is cofactor if it is loosely attached with this part, then we will call it coenzyme. Coenzyme, in this category comes your organic part, or you can say vitamin, niacin. Then these comes in your comes in coenzyme because they are loosely attached with apoenzyme. Okay, in this cofactor, other categories, metal activators, they are also a cofactor, and they are loosely attached with your apoenzyme. Okay, and they are metallic ion. Okay, they are non-organic, they are metallic ion. They can be metal, just like iron, magnesium and zinc. Okay, if you come to the prosthetic part, it can be made up of either organic or inorganic. Okay, but it is tightly attached with your proteinous part. If this is your hollow enzymes protein part and this is cofactor part, then it is maximum tightly attached with this part, and this whole part will be calling as hollow enzyme. Then as you can see, this can be made up of either organic or inorganic. Okay, now come to the most category, the structure, or you can say what is active site. As you can see, this is enzyme and this is your substrate. This is your active site that is found on enzymes. So enzyme is made up of protein, and on the enzyme there will be a place like this. This is the specific place that have a very specific amino acid sequence, and it will attach only their relevant substrate. Okay, this site is very specific to their substrate. Okay, and you can say your substrate is ADH hormone. Okay, then this hormone will specifically bind to this specific active site. Okay, So you have to note down it that enzyme will have a specific active site. On that, a very specific substrate will bind to that and will change into product by their enzyme activity. Okay, if your substrate is not binding on the active site and it is binding on another site, like this is substrate 2, another substrate, this is substrate 1, and it is binding on the specific site, we are calling it active site. And if another substrate comes and it is binding on another part of the enzyme, then we are calling it allosteric site. Allosteric site, this is most important because many questions, objective question comes from this topic. If you are having a active site and your substrate is not binding on it and it is binding on another part of the enzyme that is not active site but it is binding to that, then we will call that site allosteric site. What we will call it? Allosteric site. Okay, so I want to say that enzyme have a very specific amino acid chains and a very specific substrate will bind to on that specific area. That area will be calling as active site. And if your substrate is not binding on that site, it is binding on another part of the enzyme, then we will call another site as allosteric site. So this is all about your enzyme structure. Enzyme can be divided into two parts. One is simple enzyme, another one is hollow enzyme. Simple enzyme is made up of only protein part, while hollow enzyme is made up protein, that we call it apoenzyme. If it is made up of non-protein part, then we call it cofactor. Cofactor is again divided into three part. First one is coenzyme, that is loose attached with your apoenzyme. If it is metal activator, it is also loosely attached with your apoenzyme. It is prosthetic group, it will tight attached with your apoenzyme. That is the main differences between, because sometimes apoenzyme will come in the exam, they will ask what is it, and another time they will ask about metal activator and they will give you the example niacin. What category niacin will come in? So niacin will come in coenzyme. Okay, so this is all about enzyme structure. I hope guys you will get it. If you have any problem, then comment down below. Thanks.